Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 2nd January 2025. In this video, I'm going to evaluate different high liquidity zones identified in our yesterday's end of the day report. Even before that, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. You might be knowing the cost of the training is over 8,000 US dollars, and this is a complete free training, and all the training lessons are available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, please click on the tab posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab community. Click on the tab. You get access to this free training course. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training lessons. Just click on the link. Now we are into the playlist supply demand zone price action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You just need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here, starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. Please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. Please join at our Telegram channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we release a new video or any other important updates, we will be providing at our Telegram channel. Now let's get into the analysis discussion, the evaluation of the high liquidity zones identified in our previous report. So yesterday, end of the day report, we identified 9 high liquidity zones from daily and 75 minutes time frame. And we got trades from the couple of stocks. The first one is Hindustan Petroleum. This is a drop-based drop. This is a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. So we are at the 75 minutes time frame. And as per the HLQ zone strategy, you land in lesson 21. This should be fine-tuned up to 5 minutes time frame. So this is a fine-tuned with 15 minutes time frame. Go to the 15 minutes time frame. I have identified 2 order flows, 15 minutes order flows. This is the first one, rally, base, drop, and some follow-through candles. And again here you have a failed ERC candle as a drop. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medium size leg candle, also part of the base. So 5 base candles and then a drop candle. So these are the 2 order flows. Go to the 5 minutes time frame. At 5 minutes time frame, so here you have a drop, a medium size, a drop candle, and all these are all medium size leg candles, and then a drop candle, a very high explosive leg out candle, and then a follow through candle. Okay, this is the fine tuned 5 minute zone. And here also you have a fine-tuned 5 minute zone. You have a rally, you have 3 base candles and a drop candle. But this zone is already tested. This is not a fresh fine-tuned 5 minute zone. But what about this one? This is a fresh fine-tuned 5 minute zone. Exactly this is the area we got the trade today. See prices. Maybe order flow is very strong. Maybe initially demand is also might be strong. Multiple times it is holded the prices in this zone. It looks like this zone is slightly pierced. What is the high of this zone? 415.75. What is the high of this candle? 415.80. That means 5 paisa pierced. But anyway, it is within our stop buffer. And after that, probably the supply completely consumed the demand and there is no more demand. See, then sharply prices came down up to this 15 minutes target zone. Go to the 15 minutes time frame. Here we have a drop base rally. This is our 15 minutes target zone. Okay, when you got the trade, probably in this candle. This is the first candle entered into the zone, 5 minutes candle. So morning 9:25 minutes candle we got the trade and it reached the target at 10 o'clock 15 minutes candle. That means within an hour the trade is completed in 55 minutes. How much profit Hindustan Petroleum has given? Hindustan Petroleum has given a profit 11,542 rupees profit, which is 5.6% ROI as per one futures margin cost. Hindustan Petroleum is having around 2 lakhs margin. So on that margin, it is around 5.6% ROI we got. So this is about Hindustan Petroleum. It is a clean and a neat, fine-tuned zone. But the only problem is at the end of the slightly the zone is pierced and this is no more valid now. This 5-minute zone after that. Once a zone is pierced, you can't take second trade. Generally intraday we take second trade if prices reach that zone. But anyway, it did not reach. In case, let us assume during intraday again prices reached in this area, then you can't take the second trade from this zone once a zone is pierced. But already we are in the trade and it is within the stop buffer and reached, and it is a successful trade. So that's why stop buffers plays the most important role. You learn in your training course importance of stop buffers. Next one is Nykaa. Nykaa is like almost like an intraday trade because it is last 45 minutes closing session. That means last 1 hour trade. Okay, before that it is a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. This is how our software identified. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles and again a drop candle. Drop, base, drop. And go to the 15 minutes time frame. In the 15 minutes time frame, we have 2 order flows. This is the first order flow. I consider this as a failed RC candle. Maybe many of you may not agree, but why I have it, sometimes you know that we can compromise and draw the leg in. This is because my interest is identifying the 5 minutes order flow. When 15 minute zones are not very clear, still we can compromise and draw the zones. That is what we discussed one of the earlier HLQ analysis videos. That video is also available in the important analysis and strategies playlist. We have a playlist. In that playlist, the video is available. If you did not listen that video, please listen it. When we can compromise and draw the zones to find the exact institutional order flow. That way we have drawn this. Rally, base, drop. And this is a very clean and neat. This is a drop, base, drop. This is a failed ERC as a leg-in, base and drop. These are the 15 minute zones, not 5 minute zones. Now go to the 5 minutes time frame. Here you have a rally, base, drop is there. Very excellent 5 minute zone. This is a 5 minute zone. And from this zone, already it is tested. See, prices entered. They went more deep inside, almost close to the distal line, but not very near, but somewhat close to the distal line. And then sharply it came down. After that, see the big move. So that's why, because it is not a fresh zone anymore, we can't plan our trade in this zone. But what about here? Here we have some drop, base, drop kind of structure is there. Not very clear, but still we can draw the zone like this. We can draw a zone like this. Okay, anyway, see this zone is tested. And again tested second time. And today again tested third time. It is working like a high liquidity zone, right? But anyway, here some clarity is missing because not very clear the 5 minute zone. That's why the recently when prices entered into this area, see it created a very nice rally base drop created. Exactly in that area we planned our trade today. But remember, this is the last 1 hour trade. This is like last 1 hour trade. So last 1 hour trade, mostly prices may not reach up to 15 minutes target. You have a 15 minutes target, see somewhere here, rally, base, rally. It's impossible to reach that kind of targets during last 45 minutes or last 30 minutes of your closing session, before closing session. It's not possible, impossible. So that's why if anybody wants to plan intraday trade during last 1 hour, previously I suggested you, you have to plan only 5 minutes targets. Of course, rarely it will reach even 15 minutes target, rarely. But majority of the times it will reach 5 minutes targets. And this 15 minutes target reaching is almost impossible because it is very, very far away. See here, rally, base, rally, it's far away. Again, double the price it should come down. You can't expect magics during the last 1 hour trading session. So here 5 minute zone, we have a rally, 2 base candles and a rally. And prices reached this 15 minutes target. See, it entered and then sharply came down and prices further came. Maybe institutions created again another rally base drop. But finally last 5 minutes candle, this zone is violated. Last 5 minutes. If you go to 1 minute, exactly you know. See, last 2 minutes of market close, this zone again entered and it is violated. So that means this area, this life is gone. Actually, this is the high liquidity zone because the 5 minutes structure, earlier structure is not very clear. So we took the recent this rally based drop as a reference. Okay, so when trade is completed in just 10 minutes. You got a trade in 14:45 and completed in 14:55. If you exactly look into the how many minutes exactly it took, so you got a trade at 14:48 and when it reached 14:58 candle. Just exactly 10 minutes the trade is completed. How much profit it has given within 10 minutes? Nykaa has given 3,156 rupees profit, which is 3% ROI. In 10 minutes, we got 3% ROI on our capital. That too, before closing, just 45 minutes or half an hour before closing the trading session, you got this trade. Okay, this is the one. There is one more trade, but we didn't really consider that is. Why we didn't consider? Because it did not reach the target. That is Zydus. Where is Zydus? Yeah. Zydus, do you remember we have a 5 minutes high liquidity zone? Previously also we took several trades. What is the characteristic of high liquidity trade setups? We keep on taking the trades until one day that zone violates. The day when it violates, we get our trade might be stopped out. But until then we enjoy the profits. See, this is the 5 minute zone. Earlier we took couple of trades from this zone. Today also people might have taken a trade. See here, in this candle it reached at 1340. This is the 15 minutes target. This rally, base, rally, follow through candles. This is the target. But today it did not reach. What is the reason? The reason is very simple. First of all, you see, when you got the trade, you got the trade at 1340. Almost last 2 hours of market closing session. Okay, fine. Market 2 hours closing also we get good profits many times. But today why we did not get? Here some institutional order flow, demand is very, very strong. You understand in the 1 minute time frame, which is holding the prices. See, we have a rally, base, rally. This is holding, first time. Again before the zone LOTL, drop base rally is created. All these are all indications this is a strong institutional area. And again prices entered here, again moved up, again came down. And when it came into this zone, what is the time? Already 14:30. 2:30. You have only 1 hour time to close the market. But prices are not coming down. It's consuming. See, multiple times prices are entering. in this zone, consuming the supply. It is a high liquidity. Maybe institutions decided to violate this zone today. They created a very strong 1 minute zone. The entire order flow, a huge order flow they might have added here in this area. And this is the one holding. If you might have realized by this time, this 1 minute zone is holding the prices and not letting the prices go down, maybe somewhere here you might have exited in these candles. If you exited here, at least you would have collected the taxes. Maybe you may get a very negligible profit, but that is we have to ignore. You may get some profit, some 300 rupees or 400 rupees profit after reducing the taxes. Mostly you will be paying the taxes when your security transaction charges will be there, brokerage charges might be there. After deducting all the taxes, probably you would have got some 200 or 300 rupees. That's why we don't care about that kind of profits. It's like a no profit or no loss kind of trade. If you exited in these areas, you have to realize by looking to this 1 minute zone, why prices are not coming down. Because we have only last 1 hour closing session by the time prices reached here. In case if you are still carrying, see once again somewhere here you have to inside this zone you have to close. Because already 3 o'clock when prices are here. Is it violated? Actually no, it's not violated. It is just pierced. Go to the 5 minutes time frame. It is within the stop buffer. Generally you add some stop buffer. But finally prices closed inside the zone. In case if you close your trade the last 5-10 minutes, probably you might have got a little loss because the taxes, whatever the taxes you have to pay, that could be your loss. In case if you are holding, if you don't realize in this area, because in this area already it is 14:45. If any of you are taking cash trade in this zone, you can't hold. First of all, I am sure cash trade you won't dare to take this trade at almost last 1.5 hour of closing session. Mostly we may not be taking it. But futures traders maybe, because you have an option to hold till the last minute. For them this is the right place to exit. This is the right place you have. If you would have realized this zone is holding, because see this is the area, it's keep on and this is holding the prices. If you have another 2 hours or another 1.5 hour time before closing the market, maybe you would have held it, because many times these kind of 1 minute zones will be violated after several tests. If it is a 5 minutes high liquidity, we have to exit. There is no other option. 1 minute, many times after 3 tests, if time is there during the intraday, there are higher chances it might be violated. But this is last 1.5 hour session. Your trade itself at 13:40. And by the time prices reached third time in this area, we have only last 1 hour trading session. So that's why, if anybody would have exited, you would not be having any losses. Otherwise, you get some minimal loss here, because intraday trade you have to close. The taxes, whatever the taxes you have to, because somewhere here the same area where you took the entry, you might have closed the trade if you hold it till the last minute without exiting in this 1 minute high liquidity area. Okay, anyway, Zydus Life has given a lot of profits earlier. This is a high liquidity trade, and till today it got the expiry period. That is what we have to understand. But the one above, one more order flow is there, that is valid. Still it is not tested. So these are the things. And one more, Federal Bank is violated. Yesterday HLQ analysis video we discussed Federal Bank. Yesterday I told you this zone will be violated. We already discussed yesterday. This is a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. Why yesterday we discussed in this area we don't have any 15 minute zone. We have a pivot in this area, 15 minutes time frame. See, we have a rally, drop, no base candles. That's why yesterday we discussed next time when prices are entering into this zone, this will be violated. Yesterday it didn't reach inside the zone. Again our software identified this stock. And today you see this is violated. Whatever we discussed yesterday. How we identified yesterday? Because we learned the concept when a zone will be violated in lesson 16. All the supply demand zone traders who completed our training course, if you would have learned your course outside institutions, they may not be teaching this concept when a zone will be violated. It is a new concept I developed based on my observations. 80% scenarios we can predict when a zone can be violated. That is what happened yesterday. We discussed, today it happened. Okay, this is about Federal Bank and remaining stocks. If you look into them, Atul is a daily high liquidity zone. This one is fine tuned. This daily zone is fine tuned with the 75 minutes time frame. Okay. So 75 minutes we have drop, 1, 2, 3 base candles and a drop. This is the 75 minute zone. Within 75 we have a 15 minute zone. We have a medium size rally candle, 2 base candles and a drop candle. That way you can consider. This is the 15 minutes area. Within this 15 minutes area, we have a fine-tuned 5 minute zone. We have a rally, 1, 2, 3 base candles and a drop candle, and this zone tested several times. Maybe it could be a high liquidity, almost close to the, I think slightly it is pierced here. So anyway, we can't plan a trade in this zone. So already same thing is getting tested again, and here completely violated this one. So this is the only one order flow we have. Sorry. Oh my God. I was discussing the wrong zone. Sorry for my mistake. This was the one we discussed earlier. This is the supply zone. This is drawn a long back. Sorry, actually stock, this is not a high liquidity. Stocks near high liquidity supply zone. This is the stock near high liquidity demand zone. This is the one we fine-tuned a long back. It gave multiple trades and then the fine-tuned area is violated here. Okay. We are supposed to discuss the demand zone. Sorry for my mistake. So this is the daily zone identified by our software. How our software identified? Rally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base candles and a rally. And this one is fine-tuned with 75 minutes. Atul, one thing already we discussed earlier, because when I opened this chart, this analysis is there in my chart. This is a rally, 1, 2, 3, 4 base candles rally. This is the 75 minutes. Inside 75 we have a 15 minute zone is there. And this 15 minute zone, this is a drop base rally. This 15 minute zone. This is again having a fine tuned 5 minute zone. and which is getting tested multiple times, the fine-tuned 5-minute zone. Maybe high liquidity, maybe, we don't know. Sorry, not 5 minutes. 5-minute structure is not clear. We have drawn 3-minute structure. This is the one we discussed earlier about how we fine-tuned with 3 minutes time frame. Previously I explained, I remember, the lesson when we discussed finding the order flows with 3 minutes when 5 minutes clarity is missing. See, this is the one, rally, base, rally. This is the one already tested. And again it is tested second time. Here. With a huge rejection. After that prices did not reach, but something is holding the prices in between. Let me go to 5 minutes time frame. If I draw a horizontal line for reference purpose, somewhere in this area, this is a keep on holding the prices. We don't have any zone here. But you can find a zone if you go to 3 minutes time frame or 1 minute time frame. Either one is okay. See, here you have a drop, you have 1, 2, 3 candles and rally. Actually, imbalance started from these candles. Or you can also consider this, let me remove this blue color line now. You can also consider this is a failed ERC, base, rally. That way also you can draw a zone. But 3 minutes it is very clear, this structure. See, prices are reaching this area and again entered it today and gave a trade today. It gave a very big move. But finding such kind of zones is not easy for us. We don't have any price action clues to identify this is a high liquidity zone or this is a lower time frame zone, aggressive trade setup to plan. We don't have any price action clues. Because by seeing these rejections, now we are assuming something huge order flow is there. If you go to 3 minutes, this zone is much clear. See, here you have a drop, base, rally. Now you can draw a zone like this. Drop, base, rally. 3 minute zone. See, this is the one tested. This is the one again tested today. So we don't have any clues. Even if you look into this zone, today's trade, this is like a tested zone. You can't plan a trade today. But today it worked. Maybe it is a high liquidity zone. We don't have any clues, earlier clues, to confirm this is a high liquidity zone. And here LOTL zone is created. Maybe we would have assumed this could be high liquidity. Today we would have planned a trade. But here also we didn't have any LOTL structure. We have a candle, but this is not good enough to confirm it is a LOTL zone. These are the just reactions from this zone. No proper zone structure to confirm LOTL. Leg out is not at all a valid one. Why not valid? Because the zone, it should go out of the zone completely, but it is not. It's not a good candle to confirm. So that's why I'm just telling you, it has given a great opportunity from high liquidity zone. Okay, maybe we miss the trade. Okay, leave it. But how our high liquidity zones are really working, that is important. The high liquidity means daily R75. Sometimes they may not be giving you trade opportunities because we are not finding proper zones. But somewhere from the zone, daily zone or 75-minute zone, prices are again started moving up. It would have given a huge profit in case if we would have identified this is the right zone, maybe a huge profit. Now you see, LOTL zone is created today. We have a drop, 2 base candles and a rally candle. See here. This is again LOTL zone. Drop, base, rally. Maybe next time again this zone, this is the origin, right? This is the origin, this zone. Maybe it may give you a trade opportunity. But definitely today we missed a very good profit it has given today. It might have reached 15 minutes target. Here we have a 15-minute zone. It is a pierced 15 minutes zone. Huge profit it would have given. But anyway, it's not easy to identify such kind of trades. If this is the area, if a zone would have been there, today we would have taken a trade. If this is the area, if zone is there. Because why? Already several times it is tested. Multiple times. That way at least we would have assumed. We would have taken some addition. Because risk is very small, we would have accepted this risk. But anyway, next time you may get a trade opportunity from this area. Because the 3 minutes LOTL zone is created now. That indicates this zone again gets the new order flow. That way we are assuming this could be high liquidity. Okay, this is about Atul. And remaining stocks did not give any trade opportunities. MGL, already we discussed MGL earlier. This is a daily high liquidity supply zone. I explained how we fine-tuned. Today price, we have a fine-tuned 5 minutes area. Please refer the old videos. Today prices did not enter. Polycab is also the same, we discussed earlier. This is the one we discussed, Polycab. And price entered in the zone, but it did not enter in the fine-tuned area. And the Torrent Pharma. Torrent Pharma also we discussed earlier. And this one also did not enter into the fine-tuned area. Zydus Life we discussed, and CESC is a 75 minutes high liquidity zone. CESC have we discussed earlier? I am not sure, but anyway, this one we fine-tuned with drop base rally 15 minutes, and that is having a fine-tuned 5-minute zone acting as a high liquidity zone. This rally, base rally. And this is the area holding the prices multiple times. This is the high liquidity zone. Okay. Next one is the Federal Bank. Federal Bank we discussed. This is violated. Hindustan we discussed. Nykaa we discussed. This is the first one we discussed. So these are the high liquidity zones we identified. Hope this information will be useful to you. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.